Okay, so on this episode of Mathematica from scratch, I'm going to look at a couple other two-dimensional plotting functions that are really useful. One of them is great if you have a data set. You've done an experiment, maybe in an undergraduate physics course, and you have x and y coordinates and you want to plot those on a graph. I'll generate some data just using a table function here, and we'll use listplot to plot it. The other function I want to talk about is how we can do parametric plots, which is another useful tool. And I'll also illustrate the show function, which you can use to combine plots together. So first of all, let's just generate a data set. I'll just call it data. And I'm just going to use the table function for this. I'm going to use the index j, and I'm going to generate pairs of xy coordinates. The x coordinate is going to be the index j, and the y coordinate will just be j squared. I'm going to generate this from j going from -10 to 10, and I can just shift enter, and there's my data set. If I want to suppress the output, I can use a semicolon here, but I'm going to show it explicitly here. Now the list plot command is just going to create a two-dimensional plot from this. Notice it's a capital L and capital P in the list plot command, and we're using square brackets, and we're just throwing the data into that, and there we go. So just as easy as that, you can generate a graph in Mathematica. Now let's say we have a theoretical curve and we want to add that to this plot. Well, if our theory says that we expect that we are looking at x squared from -10 to 10, I'm just going to change the color of my line here and generate a plot of what I think the data should fit to. And now what I can do is actually combine these two things just using the show command. The output that's being plotted here is output 49, and this is output 50. So if I show output 49 along with output 50 together, we get a nice curve fitting our data. Okay, so that's the way we can use listplot. We can generate any old data set we want as long as we have pairs of data. So if this is 0, 2, 1, 4, 2, 8, something like that, we encapsulate the pairs in curly brackets and the whole thing in square brackets, shift enter, and then that's going to plot. There's the first point, second point, and third point. The last thing I want to show you today is I just want to illustrate how we can use a parametric plot function. This is really, really useful if you understand how parametric plots work. Mathematica can work with that. So let's just type parametric plot. There's a parametric plot 2D function as well as a 3D function. I'm going to plot the cosine of some angle theta. We enter this with escape th escape. The x coordinate is going to be the cosine of theta. The y coordinate is going to be the sine of theta. And we're going to plot this for theta from 0 to 2 pi. And just as simple as that, hit enter or shift enter, and it'll generate us a nice, beautiful circle, the parametric plot of cos theta and sine theta. So that's it for today, and look forward to seeing you in the next episode.